Houston, Katie, to be more exact, on our Brasileirão Cup. I have here Justin, the founder and CEO of Hayworth, one of our sponsors. Welcome to our event.
Thanks. I'm glad I came. It's really a beautiful setup you got going on here.
Yeah, we got 10 teams, 150 players. So it's just going to be a small but fun first one, maybe of many out there. But we got to be careful here because we love soccer so much, me and you, right? We had a meeting a couple of weeks ago that we could have gone for hours. So we're going to try to focus a little bit more. But tell us a little bit about Hayworth. What is this all about?
So first, I want to say thanks for letting me sponsor this event. It's a challenging task to get a brand off the ground, and you have to have early believers in your company. So I'm thankful for you for giving me this opportunity.
No, thank you. We can only do events also with sponsors, so it's a big part of it. But I think the coolest thing is there's several cool things on Hayworth, right? From the quality of the product, the meaning of what you're trying to make. There's a purpose behind that. Tell us a little bit about the purpose.
Sure. So it's a long story, and I'll tell you the long story. Might as well. We got some time, right? It's not like we're seeing in the exciting play at the moment. I went to Pakistan to study sweatshop labor in the soccer ball industry 15 years ago. I was floored at one point because I had discovered that 70% of all soccer balls are made in one village in Pakistan. And it didn't make any sense to me that this sport that everybody plays around the world has a very kind of monoculture related to who's actually making the products. And then on top of that, it's in a country where they don't even play soccer. And so I wanted to understand like how the industry worked, how it got there, that kind of a thing. And I ended up kind of diving into how the balls were made. That became like a real focal point for me because when I was there, I got to see, sadly, guys that have been doing it for 30 or 40 years of their life, and their backs are permanently arched over, and their fingers are arthritic and knobby. Really beautiful talent that they have as an artisan skill, but they were doing it in a way that was being exploited. And so when you go to Amazon or Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that, and you buy a soccer ball for $30 and it's hand stitched, there's a reason for that. The reason is the person that's making it is not making a fair wage. So I'm a little delusional, maybe, definitely a little crazy, but I believe I can take on the big dogs. Maybe not right now, but it starts with stuff like this. My goal is to build a soccer ball and a soccer brand in America that starts with a fair wage for the people who make it. So.
And I do think that there's no sport that cares more about grassroots. And I think exactly what you're saying. It starts like this. We don't know the day of tomorrow, but I would say you're starting right? You have a factory in South America, which maybe the heart of a soul of soccer in the whole world, and this is coming from a South American, so take a little bit with or the grains of salt there, but you have a beautiful team down there in Colombia, correct?
That's right. Yeah. So in 2018, I set off on this endeavor to see if I could build what my mission at the time was to build the most beautiful handmade soccer ball in the world. And in Colombia, that's kind of a crazy idea. So I found this village, 10,000 feet up in the Andes, and it's a soccer ball village, right? That's what they do. The people in the village, they make soccer balls. So there was a lot of institutional knowledge that was available to me, thank goodness, which allowed us to kind of get the ball rolling, if you will, no pun intended. So the challenge is in Colombia, as you know, being from South America, people are poor. They don't have access to a lot of materials and resources that richer countries do. And while they had some skills to make soccer balls, they didn't have the supplies to make great soccer balls. And then when you get great supplies, then you have to tweak your techniques to make the soccer ball the right way. So we spent from 2018 till 2023, so 5 years basically, I built a factory in this little village of my own, and we now employ 7 families, and
Very cool.
we just prototyped and prototyped and prototyped until we built the one over there, the one that you guys are using. So.
Yeah, and this is so nostalgic, right?
Yeah.
This is so cool. Tell me.
So this is just honestly, it's just my guys were messing around. I told them they could kind of experiment and do whatever they wanted a lot of the time, and they were like, "Well, what if we made like one of the old soccer balls from an old World Cup?" And I was like, "Let's try it." So they got some sample leather from Bogota, and they focused on this one. This is the 1954 Suiza model.
Nice.
So this is it's obviously a replica. It's our product, but this is what
inspired by it.
this is what they would have used in 1954
That's
at
so
the World
cool.
Cup.
And this became now our trophy to the Brasileirão Cup. So
Yeah.
whoever wins this tournament today is taking this one home, and very cool. Robinho, can you show me that ball, please? I'm sorry, this is live, so we didn't want to take that away, but this is our game ball here at the tournament. Everybody's playing with the same ball. Really cool here, really high level. It is so much fun to be able to let people like us play a tournament organized with such a nice quality ball.
Thank you. Yeah, I think if I'm fair, there's probably a ball that's better. And I'm only saying that because they're kind of like the guy that founded it is a mentor, even though he doesn't know it to me. It was a guy named Nielsen. He started Select soccer balls, and he has a ball called the Brilliant Super, and that ball is probably a little bit better than this, but this is an amazing ball that's very similar in play to that ball. We import so this is the complication for my company and why it took so long, right? Like we get custom made polyurethane out of a factory in Korea, and we ship it to Cali in Colombia, and then we get it on a truck up to this little village. If you can imagine the complication there. We have what I believe are the best latex bladders in the world. They're made in a little village outside of Delhi in India, and we get those shipped from Delhi to Cali and then up to the village. We've got some waxed, this is all nerdy stuff, but we've got this waxed Italian thread from Italy. It's just amazing the way that thread works. And then there's a lot of other little materials. Like there's a couple ingredients in my paint that I get from Germany. And then there's one paint mixing company that can mix this paint in the entirety of South America, and it's in Brazil. So we get the ingredients shipped to Brazil. And we get
it's just like soccer. It's a worldwide made program. Right? Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Again, Justin, I can't thank you enough for your participation, your thoughts, your heart, your soul on this. The part of making something with real quality, but mainly helping families to be stronger and wealthier and everything. I'm sure you're changing the lives of those 7 families, and I would guess 50, 60 people behind those families. So congratulations for you. Thanks for supporting us. And I'm sure in a few years, I'm going to have a hard time being on your schedule to do something like this with the success that I know Hayworth is going to go. Again, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Let's enjoy the day. And we got much more soccer and much more music moving forward today.